comedian Dom Joly has announced his mum Yvonne has died. The 55-year-old star, who became a household name after starring in camera prank show Trigger Happy, announced the sad news on Twitter. But despite Joly carving a career in comedy, his mum, who was in her 90s when she passed away, was not a fan of his work. Dom previously said of his mum in the Belfast Telegraph, "She watches my shows and then she'll go, 'Oh gosh, it was just so fast.' Then he'll write something once every 3 years about Syria in The Independent, and she'll literally print that out, and that's all she'll live off for the next 3 years, and that's what I do for a living." He said she longed for him to something that has depth or seriousness, but admitted that wasn't going to happen. Joly, whose career continued with playing pranks on unsuspecting members of the public in ITV sketch show Fool Britannia. Born in Lebanon, Joly was 7 when the war broke out and he was sent to boarding school in Oxfordshire. In a Guardian article, he admitted his parents were quite detached and typical expats, and he spent 20 years after the age of 18 without contact with his father before reconciling as his health declined. Joly is married to Canadian graphic designer Stacey McDougall and share 2 children. Posting on Twitter, he simply penned, "My mum died today." A string of comments of condolences followed the post. One person penned, "I am so very sorry to hear that. My family, especially my own mum, who died in August, have so many fond memories of her from the 1960s/70s in Lebanon and beyond. Deepest condolences to you and the rest of the family." The former celeb star previously shared on Twitter a public spat with British Airways after he claimed the airline's strict data protection BS was preventing him from checking if she could have wheelchair assistance, despite him booking and paying for her ticket. After a comical tirade erupted on his Twitter feed, the airline did acknowledge his request and got in contact to resolve the issue.